once you have your website set up, now you want to start adding some plugins, and there are several plugins that we're going to want to go ahead and install. These are kind of, I would say, mandatory. There's a lot that you don't necessarily need. Just to let you know, if you're wondering what is a plugin and what does this mean for my website, a plugin is basically a way to allow some extra functionality to your website to do some things that maybe your theme can't do. And so it's funny, before I was recording this video, I was going back and looking at my main law firm website that I've had for almost 20 years, and I had probably 40 plugins on that website that I no longer needed because they're now built into the theme that I use. So it's really important. You want to stay on top of your plugins. You can set them to auto update, but you want to check periodically to make sure they're not breaking anything for with your website. But today I want to show you how to install 7 primary plugins that you're going to need for your website. And depending on who you ask, some people will say some of these are unnecessary. Other people will say that, you know, there's other plugins that you need. But these are the plugins that I pretty much universally use on all the websites that I've built. And so the way you're going to go ahead and add these is you're going to go to, you know, the plugin page, and you're going to add new. And there's actually already some here that we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead, and you want Jetpack, you want to install that. You want Akismet, you want to install that. Let's see if there's any others here. So those are the main popular ones. Let's see if there's any other popular ones that are actually on my list. Yoast SEO is on my list. I'm just going to check these off as we go. Let's see. Contact Form 7 is on my list. Let's see. I thought we did Akismet. Oh, we have to activate. Okay, so we've done that. Let's see. Jetpack we've done. All right, so those are all those. So right away, 4 of the ones that are on my list are recommended here in the popular. Let's see if there's any other some recommended ones that we might want to look at. I don't see any. Let's see if there's any favorites. Those would be my favorites, so no. So then the 3 other ones that you really want to do, and I don't have a recommendation for this one, but you definitely want to have a cookie notice on your website. And so I like to look at how many installs and how many reviews. And this one has the most installs, it looks like. Actually, this one also is pretty good. Last updated 3 weeks ago, last updated 3 months ago. So I'm going to go with this one. I think this actually might be the one they have on my other website. But you want a cookie notice, so we're going to go ahead and install that. And you want to make sure you have pretty links. And I don't think pretty links are listed here, but let's... This is a really great plugin, one of my favorite plugins. You definitely need to have it. There's a free version, so you don't need to pay for it. That's great. And then WP Fatest Cache. And if you're wondering what that is, this is basically a caching plugin that's going to make your website, if you have any problems or issues with it, it's going to make it really fast. So this is the one I've used before. Looks like there's another one here. I think I've also used this one, but we're going to go ahead and go with the WP Fatest Cache. And so now we've installed all the plugins. So now what you need to do is we're going to go back to the installed plugins. And we have all these, and we're going to go ahead and activate them. And I'm just going to do it one at a time because you need to set up an Akismet account. All right, so once you've got your Akismet account set up, the next thing you want to do is we'll do the Contact Form 7. Go ahead and activate that. The cookie notice will activate. You may need to set that up a little bit on your end. Jetpack we're going to want to activate, and you're going to need to set up Jetpack. We'll do that here in a little bit. You can go ahead and do that. I will tell you for Jetpack, there's really only one aspect of Jetpack that I use, and that is I like to use Jetpack to track the visits to my website. So it's going to give you all sorts of options to pay for things. I've never actually paid for it. I just go to Jetpack for free, and they've got some free tools that you can use. And basically, we're going to go through, we'll just say it's a personal site for now. Not now. Not now. Not now. Not now. So we're just going through all this. Not now. And really the only thing that I really want to see is, and I have to find it, Jetpack stats. That's really all I like to see is the Jetpack stats. So then if you go to the main dashboard, it's got these Jetpack stats right here. And so we're going to put that actually up to the top. And those will start showing up in a few days. We're going to dismiss this. So that's Jetpack. For Pretty Links, you can activate it. There's no setup required. But Pretty Links is basically where if you want to, like you have a website or excuse me, a blog post or a page that's got a really long URL to it and you want to make it really simple and short, you can do that. This is great if you have a YouTube video that you want to redirect using a Pretty Link, or if you want to create an opt-in page, or if you want to do something with a podcast, then this is all really great and you can do it for free. And so you don't need to pay for that. So that's fine. And then go back to install plugins. We want to activate the cache plugin. And we'll go ahead and you're going to notice a lot of notifications up here that you'll need to check in on periodically. And then Yoast SEO you want to activate. And this will be a first-time configuration. And so then you can go ahead through this and set all this up. So there you have it. Those are the plugins that you need. Again, I'll show you a quick snapshot here. You've got Akismet, Contact Form 7, Cookie Notice, Jetpack, Pretty Links, Fatest Cache, and Yoast SEO. That's what you need for your website to get started. And then you may need other plugins along the way, but that's pretty much where you're going to start with.